It has tentacles, right? Let's keep going. So that's another angle of it. You see it kind of, it's walking. Just like in the movie. So right now they finding these things in the culture along with graphene. Remember we did the whole lesson on telling you about graphene, right? And how that, see all these things, the thing that's crazy about this time we in, there's all these little like references to the script, even the whole thing with the graphene. So in Daniel, that's literally the last thing I was about to look up. In Daniel, it talks about how these people will try to mix themselves with the seed of men. Let's see, I'm pull it up. Daniel 2, verse 42. Daniel 2:42, it says, and the toes and the feet were part iron. So the toes and the feet are the last empire out of those empires that Daniel was seeing. He says, the toes and the feet were part iron and part clay. So the kingdom was partly strong and partly broken. So in other words, they had strength, but they really was falling apart. What that sound like? 43. And whereas when I saw iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave to one another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. So what does that mean? Iron is not, it says they don't cleave to each other, just like how iron is not mixed with clay, because iron crushes clay. Iron would destroy clay. If you took something that's metal and you hit it against clay, what's going to happen? It's going to crush it. But there's this whole mixing between these two things, these people and this whole thing with iron. So what they find is essentially like iron oxide, which is graphene. They finding this stuff in it along with this worm. Let's keep going. Play you a quick video. We're going to speed this up. It's subtitled issue. So that's the reason why I had to, actually that's why I chose it, because everything else would be flagged. This is a different researcher. He called it the thing.
Jest to sól. Ten fluid był roztworem jakimś tam soli, czy coś jakieś zoologiczne, czy coś takiego. Nic nie ma. Porażka drastyczna. Poleciałem dalszy, no kolejny. Czyli na tej pierwszej monetce nic nie było, wszystko wyschło, nawet soli nie było widać. Czyli skład tego fluidu jest różny. Z drugiej próbki znalazłem masę kryształków. No i dalej tutaj widzimy, to węgiel od napylenia, ena, chlor, to zwykła sylkochemia tak zwana, czyli fluid zawiera tylko roztwór soli.
So he's saying all of this saline solution with this other stuff
A ja
in it.
szukałem coś ważnego. Jak zawsze muszę coś znaleźć. O, i znalazłem to. To, co znalazłem, to coś. Gdzieś mi tutaj czarny flamaster. Nie ma. To coś trzeba napisać grubymi, czarnymi literami. Badam dalej, porobiłem pomiary, co to jest coś. Ma główkę i ma 3 nóżki. Porobiłem pomiar główki numer 1, 2, 3, 4. Wyniki. Jest glin i węgiel. Węgiel z napylenia.
All right, let me pause right there. So he said this thing is aluminum and carbon. So this is how wild this thing is starting to get. There's no such thing as an aluminum-based life form. They don't exist. They don't exist. People are animals, carbon-based life forms. There's no such thing as no aluminum-based life form. So whatever this thing is, it's rather otherworldly or was cooked up. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, so that's all it's saying right now. It's saying it's aluminum and carbon. If you can't see the actual thing he's talking about, That, and this is the similar thing that we saw a minute ago. It's just standing up on with his head at the like hanging down, but it's the same thing with these legs. This dude is in I think Poland. So the first one I saw was from researchers in America. This one is from the researchers in Poland. Oh yeah, you can if you want to. I'm about to play it. You ready?
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't say them keywords.
Excuse me, I got my tool. Hey man, I'm just reading. The thing. The faint-hearted ones may leave the room. No, without jokes.
Tutaj kolejne badania.
The results of the following tests are aluminum, bromine, and carbon.
Czyli
That means that something has its legs in different colors.
ma pęduszki w różnych kolorach. Tutaj mamy wynik.
Here we have the test results of that thing.
I'm gonna pause it right there. So, remember what I told y'all? We went through the whole thing about these movies, right? So he's showing you like the dimensions, cause like, okay, you know this thing's microscopic, but let's say you blew it up to be this big. So if it's this big, and he's showing you right there, the legs are probably this long.
Yeah.
If the head is this big, the legs are like this long. From the one that he's looking at. Now, the last time you see something like that, a creature like that is in the Matrix. I forget what you call those things that they send after everybody. The Sentinels. The Sentinels are the ones that put the peoples in the pods. They're the ones who come after the Nebuchadnezzar, right, and try to kill Zion. They send they send the Sentinels after Zion, right? And the whole purpose of the Matrix, like I told you, when I did the whole lesson about Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and we showed you that, so you know that so the people who wrote The Matrix, they got the story from Terminator. Terminator and The Matrix came from the same storyline. Both of it was about the machines taking over. Iron mixed with miry clay. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They put this stuff right in your face.
X-Men too.
Same thing with X-Men. But anyway, let's go ahead.
To jest
See, that's how long he's saying the legs would have been.
This is 1/10 of it. If the head here is 2 millimeters, then the legs tapes are 25 millimeters. Oh, meters.
jakby 2 mm. Taka jak kulka, taka.
The head is 2 millimeters and the tapes 25 meters.
Exactly like you see the Sentinels.
Takie coś.
Like that.
Myślę, co to za istota?
And I'm thinking, what kind of being is that?
To coś.
Is the thing something like this creature that kills people? With claws that kills people?
Coś.
Or something that is shown in the Matrix that flies and has tentacles and attaches itself to other things? No.
To coś.
That thing is this here.
Tutaj macie zdjęcie.
Here you have it in one photo. C19 Maxine.
Witam towarzyszy.
Welcome, friends.
To jest to coś.
This is the thing which I tested in those samples.
That's where he got it from.
Tak? To
Yes, shocked.
coś.
That